Okay, so these are the 5 components of my strategy. First one is background. Second one is horizontal support resistance. Third one is trend line violation.
Mhm.
Fourth one is, now if you ask me, do I follow all these components all the time? The answer is no. I sometimes get emotional and I sometimes get distracted. I can't focus and all these things. But these are
Yeah.
the things I have planned. I have planned.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
if I were to become suddenly a good kid, good boy, then I will follow all these things. Okay,
Mhm. Right.
that's my point. Okay, so entry setups. So earlier there used to be 6 setups, and now we only have springs and UTs. So I
Yeah.
think if we already have this, then there is no need to write this springs and UTs here because it's already in the strategy. Okay, so
Okay.
these are the simple rules, and some more rules, some more rules. I think maybe they will help you or not. I don't know, but I should write down
Okay.
2 to 3 trades a day. Okay, so
Mhm.
that's also a very important rule. And so let's do this now. uh, in today's webinar and in the subsequent webinars also, I will try to share with you everything that I know, every single thing that I know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Great.
I will not keep anything to myself because I don't think it's useful to keep things to yourself. So I will try.
Right.
Yeah, I will try sincerely to share everything. Actually, the inspiration comes from my teacher, Unib, Muhammad Unib.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
he has taught me so many things. So I
Mm.
think I'm inspired and I want to follow his footsteps and share everything with you
Right. Yeah. Same.
that I
Same.
know. Okay.
Yeah, he told me he did a lot
Mm,
of webinars with you, so he was like, he's good. He's good if you get in contact with him. I was like, okay, let me do that because he's
mm.
been busy this recently. He's been busy, so
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
like,
Mm.
it's good.
So I will try to share everything with you that I know. Okay. I will not keep
Yeah.
anything to myself. Okay.
Right.
So let's start now. Now this is 12 p.m., which is Pakistan time, London Open. Pakistan is UTC plus 5. So
Right.
this is my time. I do only from after 12 p.m. So what do you see in the background? In the background, we can see it's okay. So let's do like this. Let's do like this on the higher time frame. If you also go on the higher time frame, this sounds like a distribution. This seems like distribution, right?
Yeah.
Distribution and all these. So
Hmm.
this seems like distribution, and then we had this markdown, and we might expect some more markdowns from here. So this is one, this first wave, this is second wave, and I think the first wave is roughly the same length as the second wave. If you can, I mean, you can measure this with, this is the measuring tool, this
Hmm.
one, and this is this, the length of this one is 23 points. Okay, 23 points.
Right.
So let's apply the same ruler from here, and it should be 23, but it was 17. Okay, so normally the lengths tend to be equal, but since
Hmm.
there was distribution here, and after 12 p.m. you see the market coming back to the same area. Okay, and you will
Right.
expect this to fall from here, but of course you don't know where exactly it will fall. It will fall down from here or from here, or it will upthrust this area
Right.
and then fall.
Right.
So we don't know that. Okay, so and we don't want to be a magician, and I mean, we
Hmm.
don't have to know everything, every single thing that's happening in the market. You can not know so many things and still be profitable and consistently profitable. Okay, so
Right.
that's the idea. Okay, so let's start with this. And the color patterns that I use always, I have also shared with you. So these are the color
Yeah.
patterns.
I like the color pattern. It helps.
Hmm. Because
It
it will,
helps to stay consistent.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So you don't have to think always about what color should I pick.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so these are the springs that we will use, and this doesn't have to have border. And then I will put UT here, and then we have T1 to R, let's say, and this will be in the red. And I will
Street
also
one two R.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
to 2 hour. 2 hour is the target. So we don't
Mhm.
know it will be 2 hour or what, but we will.
Right.
Okay. So these are the things which I will use later. That's why I keep them always here. Okay,
Mhm.
so let's start. So this is 12 p.m. and we can see the market has reached here, and we can draw a trend line which is red color. Okay, which will be sorry, yellow color, yellow. So you put
Mhm.
the clone here, and what do you see? You see there is this spring of this trend line, spring of this trend
Right.
line. One and two, a spring always also have to have an anchor in the background, right? An anchor in the background. So is this an anchor? Is this a good anchor? I think it's an anchor. What's the definition of anchor? Now, a spring, as you know, will always be like this. It will have some point down, and then the market will
Mhm.
come back, and then it will go down again and spring this point and then go back again. Okay.
Yeah.
So this point, this is the anchor point, this is the anchor point,
Mhm.
the earlier low, the last low of the market. So this is the last low, and so this also serves as an anchor, and the market will spring this point and go up. Okay. So
Mhm.
that's what I mean by anchor. So can you see
Right.
an anchor? Okay, so one more rule, we only have to take the anchors and UTs which do have anchors. Those which don't have, if there are some UTs or springs which you think they are UTs and springs but they don't have anchor, we won't take them. Okay, that's a very simple
Right.
rule. We want to make our trading very simple. So
Mhm.
can we say that there is some sort of support here? Okay, let me show you why I think there is a support. So there is this up move, and then market comes down, then there is this up move, and then market comes down. So naturally there is a support over here, which is here, this one, and there is
Right.
also a support over here, which is this one. Okay, and
Mhm.
this, by the way,
Mhm.
I'm doing on 3 minute time frame. So this is, we
Right.
have to do it very quickly, but it turns out you don't necessarily have to do it very very quickly. You can also do it, very easily, because 3 minute
Yeah.
is also a very big time. So
Yeah.
it's a very long time. Don't worry about that. Okay. So
Mhm.
there is this confluence, confluence is when two lines meet at the same
Right.
point. So there is this
Mhm.
confluence of yellow and gray line,
Right.
and according to our strategy, there should be, the background should be strong. So there is some strength in the background from here. And there is also the time is right because it's London Open. It's after London Open. It's London Open is where it's here. It's here. So,
Yeah.
so this is the spring. Okay. So we'll take this spring and we will measure the R. So
Sometimes like I trade before London Open,
mhm,
and I
mhm.
rush into it.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. If you, I mean, if you don't do it always, if you don't consistently do it, then it's fine. But
Mm.
if you have habit
Yeah,
of doing it, then no, that's not fine. Okay, that's fine. we
because
we are humans, we always make mistakes, no problem.
yeah,
We make mistakes all the time, we have to forgive ourselves. So Sadra, where I will stop, I will stop here, around here, because it might not go farther. Okay, there is
right,
already a
right,
distribution in the
right.
background, so I think we should put our TP here, which is roughly
Mm.
1.2. If it is 1.2, uh, can we put our SL here, just below
Yeah,
this
right
line?
below the board. Yeah,
Yeah, so then it becomes
below the gray.
1.6.
Mm.
Yeah, so 1.6 is fine for me. It's 1 point, let's say it's 1.5. Okay, so we earned how much? We earned 1.5. So
Mhm.
let's add everything here. One, this is our R. 1.5 is already made. Okay,
Right.
so this is our R. We
You,
will. Mhm.
yesterday I actually look at the setup here, but
Hmm.
I went short for a little while.
Here, over here.
No, no. You see the previous. You see that up thrust on the left before that
Yeah,
markdown
this
on the
one,
left side. Yeah.
this one.
You
Hmm.
see the second one. Yeah. You see the first up, the four
This one,
bars. Yeah.
this one.
From here, I drew a parallel line to the
Hmm.
other adjacent
Hmm.
high
Hmm.
there,
Hmm.
and then I connected the bottom with
This
that
one,
middle down
this
there.
one, this one, this
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
to this one,
No, no. Yeah.
from here.
This one, and then come down.
Okay, hit this one.
Yeah, right there. And
Hmm.
now make clone this one and bring it down to that low.
Okay.
Yeah, to that low there, right up
Hmm.
there. Yeah, right there. So I
Hmm.
noticed here we're oversold in the bottom.
This one, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then I went short right there where the price is touching the demand, the supply
This
parallel
one,
line.
this one.
Yeah, right here. Yeah, this bar
Okay,
right here.
okay, okay. And you got burned, right?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem, no problem. But actually, I won't go short here because it's slightly overbought. This one is very slightly overbought, and it does not have my setup. It does not have my setup. Okay, let me draw like this one. Okay, so if we were to, where do we put the upthrust? Okay, so this is the high. Okay, this is the high. All right.
Yeah.
If this is the high, then this bar is not the upthrust. That's not an upthrust. This is not an
Right.
upthrust because it's
It,
not coming down.
yeah.
And
It goes
once
below above.
it has already come down, this one, okay, then you might say this bar can be an upthrust of this one. So this is anchor and this is upthrust. Well, it is an upthrust, but it's also against an uptrend channel.
Yeah. There's
So
demand in the background.
yeah, so and there is this huge demand in the background. This one,
Yeah. Yeah.
this one,
I
this one,
noticed. Yeah.
and this is bag holding. Okay, so we don't trade this bar, but let's just label it. So this is BH, bag holding. Okay, and bag
Hmm.
holding.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, fine. So this is bag holding, and we already made 1.5 hour. Let's go up, and then we got what we got this one. This one is NS. This
So
is
no
a
supply
great,
bar. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, but we don't trade that because I mean I don't trade. If you want to trade that's fine, no problem. But I don't, because I don't
Hmm.
trade NS. I just label it for my convenience.
Hmm.
It will be useful later. And then there is this trend line was broken, violated, so we can now extend the trend line here, and we can clone it and get rid of this one and then put our trend line here. Okay, and there is this
Mm.
slight overbought, but this is already against a spring, so it will go up. And we are already, we have already traded, we have already bought, so it will go
Right.
up, and it did go up, and it was way oversold here, overbought here. But I don't
Hmm.
see an anchor in the background. So yesterday I missed this whole move, this whole move. I
Mm.
missed it. I missed it because I didn't, I mean,
Find an anchor, huh?
yeah, I didn't find anchor, and
Uh,
I didn't know where to enter.
we're
So I
no
and I don't,
upthrust also.
yeah, and this is not an upthrust, by the way. This is
Yeah.
not an
Oh no.
upthrust. Yeah,
Yeah.
so since this is not an upthrust, so we don't enter. Let's go, no problem. It just came down, crushing down, falling like a knife. And if it falls
Yeah.
like this like a knife this way, then we would expect a further downside progress after this one.
Mm.
And you see this there is this upside progress, but this progress is very inconvenient. So there was this ease of movement downside at this point,
Right.
and now we don't
Right.
have ease of movement upside. Well, that's fine.
Mm.
Okay, so let's start drawing trend lines. Let's pretend that the market is here. Okay, is
Right.
here, and we clone it. When we clone it, we see that it's not overbought or oversold. Yeah, it's slightly oversold here. It's slightly
Hmm.
oversold here. But before that, can we see a spring? Sorry, not this one. This one we need to move. Let me show you a slight overbought, slight, because the slight oversold. Okay, so this is a sort of, okay, is this a spring now?
Yeah.
Now, why do we say okay, so is there any strength in the background? Remember, the 5 components are, first and foremost, there should be background check. And if you look at the background, there is some strength, because this is kind of oversold, clearly oversold. It's clearly oversold. There is no
Right.
trend line here, but this is clearly oversold. And why do I say it, this one is clearly oversold? Because this is also a BH, bag holding. Okay,
Mm.
bag holding. If you get a spring after bag holding, I think you should take it. You should take the spring.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
so there is already strength coming in, and we see that. Okay, so what's RL, reference line, this reference line? Let me show you the reference line of our potential spring. Look at this one. It's coming from here. There is, do you see strength here? Of course, because in bag holding, there is a lot of strength. Okay.
Right.
So there is this strength. And because of this strength, the market went up, slightly up.
Mm-hmm.
So this, if this was, if this were, let's say, oversold, then we have selling climax, and this one is automatic rally, right?
Right. Right.
So this is BH plus selling climax. And how do we know this is selling climax? Actually, we don't know.
Yeah.
Actually, we don't know when it's happening. We don't know how far down it
Right.
will go. So we don't know. But when you see this reaction,
Mm-hmm.
so this is actually automatic rally, as we know,
Right.
automatic rally. So we have automatic rally. That's why we don't short here, because we know that there is this strength in the background. Okay, you can short
Mm.
because this is also no demand, but your target will be very small. I mean, if you want a
Right.
short here, you can you can just target very little, like just like this one, the bottom of this one.
Yep.
This is
But
again,
this one also
yeah,
is not like an upthrust. Or
yeah, it's
only
not
looking
an
for
upthrust.
upthrust.
So yeah, so
Yeah.
I will not short. But
Right.
some
Just
people
observe
have,
it, huh?
yeah, just observe it. Okay, so there
Mm-hmm.
was this reaction which is in the form of automatic rally. So now we see that we think that this is bag holding plus selling climax. Okay, so since this is selling climax, now we expect some sort of spring or NS or something like that. And you see this
Mm-hmm.
NS here. Can you see this NS? No supply bar.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So if you can just buy also here, no problem. But
Right.
the point is, if you buy here, where do you hide? I mean, we need, Sadr, we need a wall to hide behind. So if you want to buy here, you need a wall to hide behind.
Right.
And if you want to find a wall here, I think there is one wall, which is that your stop
Behind the
loss.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Behind the
the
selling
selling climax.
climax.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So if you put your selling your stop loss at just below the selling climax, you're fine, you're
Right.
doing fine. Okay, but since I don't trade NS, I will wait for a spring. If a spring happens, if a spring appears, that's fine. If it doesn't
Mhm.
appear, that's also fine. Okay, so then we find a spring, and we buy at a spring, at the close of spring, and we put our stop loss just around here, and we target only 2 hour. Okay, and this is a very important lesson which Unib has taught me. Thanks to him,
Right.
he has
To
taught me this very
mm-hmm.
important lesson. Just
Mm-hmm.
target 2 hour. Okay, and we got 2 hour, and it was very soon. It just happened in how much, in maybe 3 4 5 minutes. Okay, and no problem, it went far ahead, but no problem. Okay,
Right.
so
Right.
we now since this is a sort of accumulation and none of this exists yet. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
this whole does not, this all of this does not exist. So we bought a spring, and it went up, and then it came down, and then when it came down, we made this trend line. Okay, we drew
Mm-hmm.
this trend line, and then we see again a sort of spring of the trend line, a spring of the trend line. But meanwhile, you also have this ND bar. If you want to trade, this is actually not ND, but this is what? This is ERM,
Effort versus result. Yeah.
effort versus result, but it's called what? ERM, right? End of rising market. ERM, end of
Mm-hmm.
rising market. It was also a part of my 6 setups. It was also one of my setups earlier, but now I
Mm-hmm.
don't trade it anymore. So if you want to trade, that's fine, but you should have right RL, which is reference line. So does it have right reference line? Well, of course it does. There is a lot of weakness in the background, in the reference. Okay,
Right.
so you can sell here, and you can target 2 hour, but I won't be
Mm.
comfortable. I won't be comfortable because
Right.
I don't see a clear wall to hide behind. Okay, I don't
Got it.
see, I don't find a clear wall. So for example, if I
Right.
short here, the only distance that I have is just here. Okay,
Right.
a very small distance, and any sudden jump of the market can stop me out.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Right.
don't feel comfortable. Well, so it came down again, and can you see a support line here? Is there any support? Well,
Yeah, you can say it's
yes.
support then.
Well, this one is support, this one is support, this one is support. But can we find a support for this spring? Well, if you think this is support, then this clearly is not a spring. Okay, this clearly is not a spring. But is it the spring of this trend line? Is it the spring of
Yeah.
this trend line?
Yeah.
It has
Yeah.
reversed and closed firm. So
Mm-hmm.
you can buy here, you can buy here, and there is a lot of strength in the background. There's a lot of strength.
Mm-hmm.
So you can buy here and put your SL somewhere around here, and then target how much? I
2R.
think 2R will be just enough. Okay, so that's the target.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's the target, and this is the spring. This one is the spring.
Why do you put your support line there? Like from where do you reference your support line from?
Okay, so what do we call a support or a resistance? If market comes down here and then goes back up, we can draw a support line here. If it comes
Yeah.
down, if it comes down from here, we can draw a resistance line here. If it goes down and then comes back up, we can draw a support
Right.
line. If it goes like this one and then reverses back, we can say this is the same support, right? The
Right.
same
Right.
resistance, sorry, the same resistance. And we can
Mm-hmm.
expect there will be upthrust here.
Upthrust. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a very simple
You
idea.
you see you see your second spring. Your
Mhm.
second spring
Does
is
not have a
best.
yeah.
Yeah, does not have support, so we
Yeah,
use the trend line spring.
yes, sometimes
Okay, got it. Okay,
sometimes
makes sense.
so this actually trend line is the support,
Right. Right.
yeah. So this is
Right.
not the spring of this is not springing a previous support, it's just springing a trend line.
Right. Right.
Because
Got
you
it.
see this is also oversold, right?
Right. Oversold spring. Yeah.
Oversold of the trend line, so we can say this is a spring. Okay, so
Right.
it
Right.
just goes up. Okay, let's also,
And right before it, I think is no demand bar also. I mean, no supply bar.
yeah,
Right before the spring.
there is no supply. Yeah. So
Oh no,
okay,
yeah.
so this is T1. We targeted how much? 2R.
Right.
I no, I think we got 1.5 R
What? Yeah,
from
1.5. This one.
1.5 from this one, and we got how much? 2R from this one, from this spring.
And
2R
then two
from
R from.
के रूम में हूँ दो ये हेड हमारी पर हमारी जितने स्टेपलर पे हुआ ना स्टेपलर हुआ. Yeah, so this was the spring. We got 2R, right?
Right.
We got 2R. Sorry, Sadar, I just have I had to talk to him.
Oh no, no,
And
you're good. No, no worry. No, no worry.
okay, so this
Yeah,
is
this one
T3
also 2R.
and this is 2R. So let's add 2R here. And we have how much? 5.5 R so far.
5.5. Yeah, yeah,
Okay, now we have another weakness appearing. This is weakness,
yeah.
and it's a huge weakness, and it's a reference line. The reference line for this weakness is also there. Okay, so we can expect some sort of down move, but since our thread setup has not appeared, so we have to wait. Okay, let's
Mm-hmm,
go,
mm-hmm.
let's go. So you would expect, okay, why do I put, okay, so this goes down and it comes back up, but it's unable to go up, so it's coming down again. So is this uh, is this a resistance level? It is,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you can
Okay,
say
okay, fine.
resistance.
So this is also a resistance level. Okay, this is also a resistance level. Okay,
Right,
okay, so this one, now we would expect some upthrust or a spring
right.
based on our support and resistance. Now this is also a resistance, this is also a resistance. We have these two resistances, and if the market comes back under this resistance or this one, we would expect an upthrust, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
what do? We see this one right here. Is it an upthrust?
It's a no. Yeah, yeah, you can say it's up to us.
Okay, and this bar is so lovely because it is
Up to us with no demand.
ND plus UT, right?
Right,
This is ND
right,
plus UT.
right.
This is both.
Yeah, it's very good bar.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a very good bar. So we can comfortably, very comfortably, we can short this one and
Good
target.
risk to reward also. Yeah.
Yes, but I would stick to 2R.
Right. Very right.
Okay, so we put our SL above this one, above
Right.
this one. Okay, so this
Right.
is the SL, and we target only 2R, which is right here, this one. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and our target was achieved, so we got how much? 2.
Two. So,
And
so you,
mhm, yeah, yeah.
can you also like draw? You see the previous bag holding
Mm-hmm.
next to trade one? Can you also draw that support line across, and you have an upthrust there?
This one,
Oh, sorry,
bag
on the
holding
left side, on the left,
on the left
before
side.
trade one. Yeah, you see
Bef-
before trade one.
before trade one, this one.
Yeah, yeah, you see that
Oh,
bag holding.
mm-hmm.
The
This
support
one.
of the bag holding. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
draw horizontal line coming
Okay.
across.
Okay, no,
Yeah,
no, no, no. Let me say one thing more. So you're talking about
yeah,
this one, right?
yeah.
Let's color it black. So you're saying that is the upthrust, this is the upthrust of this level.
Right. You think?
No, it's okay. So it's technically not an upthrust, but you
Mm,
can say
access
it's the
line.
support. Yeah, it's that's right. That's right. Completely right. Yeah, that's right. It's axis line, and we draw axis line. Thank you for this. We draw
Yeah.
axis line like this one. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So red dotted line is my axis line. Now, why
Hmm.
do I say this is not an upthrust? Okay, it's useful. What you said is very useful, but it's just technically not correct. Okay, so we want to be
Hmm.
also technically correct. All right, so let's say
Right.
let me tell you. Okay, so this is the support line. It goes up and it goes down. Now it goes up and fails to follow through upside, fails to
Hmm.
follow through to the upside. So this is the upthrust.
Right.
I think we are clear about this, right?
Okay. Okay. Got it. Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is the
There's an
upthrust.
anchor. There's an anchor before. Yeah.
Yes. And can you use, I think we can also have another webinar maybe just on the topic of how to anticipate upthrust and springs. So you can
Hmm.
you can you can just anticipate continuously. Market is a continuous flow of upthrust and springs, upthrust, spring,
Right.
upthrust, spring, upthrust,
Exactly.
spring. Okay, so
Hmm.
you can anticipate that probably this is the point where we will have upthrust. But
Hmm.
you cannot say, for example, now you cannot say that this is the upthrust,
Right.
because it doesn't have anchor in the background. and
Hmm.
and this one a support cannot serve as as a background, as an
Right.
anchor. Only a resistance can serve as an anchor for the upthrust.
Hmm.
Let me
Upwards.
give
Right.
you, yeah, let me give you another example. So for example, can we say that can we say that, for example, this is coming down and then going up, and now this is the spring, right? This one,
Yeah.
this is the
Yeah.
anchor and
Spring.
this is the spring, right? We agree on
Right.
this. But
Right.
can we say that um, this is a spring? Can we say?
No, that's anchor point. That's a
Yes,
new anchor point.
it
Yeah.
can serve as an anchor point for any possible future
Right.
springs. So if it comes
Right.
back down, then this can spring this level.
Yes.
But
Right.
this
Right.
itself is not an spring.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Got it.
So we have to be very clear about springs and upthrusts. But yes, you can say
Mhm.
this is and thank you for this. You are right. This is what? This is an anchor. This is access line. Okay.
Right.
So let's go ahead. Now we got how many trades? One, two, three, four trades so far. Four trades. Okay. So this was an excellent trade, and it's coming back again and colliding with, it's bumping its head against this access line. If you feel comfortable, you can short here, no problem. I have no problem, but I will not short here because it it doesn't show me anything like spring or upthrust. Okay,
Right.
so i
Right.
won't i won't short here. I'm very, I want to follow very very simple rules, the rules which are
Right.
extremely simple. Okay, so that I don't have to think all the time.
Right. Exactly.
Okay,
Okay.
and I think this is for our ease, for our own convenience. If you follow very simple
Mhm.
rules, it will be very easy. Your trading will be very easy. So what do? We are actually making a green trend line, and green is the color for our longer trends. So this is the trend line. We touch it here. Okay,
Right.
and what do you
Right.
see? You see shortening of the thrust to the downside.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, but we can represent it later. for now, okay, for now, where is the market? The market has reached here. The market is here and it's coming back again. So we can say there is this shortening of the thrust here, okay, here, right?
Right.
Because we want to touch it here. And the shortening
Mm,
of the thrust is purple. So it's purple and it's,
right.
this is a useful piece of information.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's coming down. It's coming down. So we want to see whether there is any upthrust
Right.
or springs, etc. Let's get rid of this one. Okay, so do you see any springs or upthrusts? No, not yet. Okay,
Mm,
there is one. No, it's not a spring or upthrust.
yeah.
But this
The
is,
anchor is too high. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But there, this one is a clear ERM bar, end of rising market bar,
Right. Right.
right?
See.
So we just have to do what?
Label it.
Just label it. We don't want to trade it as per se. We
Mm-hmm.
don't want to trade it. We just have to label it. Okay. Is there any other point where we see spring or upthrust?
There is spring right before the end of rising market low.
This
Uh,
one?
this
This
one right
one?
here. Yeah.
So,
Across it, there's a spring.
okay. So this one, you say this one is the spring.
No, no, to the left, to the right. Sorry, to the
This,
right.
right. This one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a spring. It is a spring. It is a spring. Right. That's right.
Yeah. It's
So
clear
let's just
spring.
take one from here. This is a spring. Now the problem is
Mhm. Yeah.
it's coming against. Okay, so we also draw, remember Sadar, we are always drawing lines. Okay, we are
Right.
always drawing lines. We are technicians and we are always drawing lines. We want to see where the market will probably potentially go. Okay, so there is also this line here which I drew by matching, by putting one line from here
Right.
point, just match these 2 points. Okay, and you have this line, this
This one
trend.
is yellow, right? This one yellow color.
No, it's also because it's inside the trend, so it's black.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
inside the trend channel, it's black. Okay,
Okay. Got it.
so this is a spring, but I don't think it will give us much. So okay, it's a
Right.
spring in the downtrend. Springs in the downtrends are very dangerous.
No, I see. I see.
Okay, so you want to trade it, okay, no problem, but I think we should target 1 hour. That's fine, 1 hour is fine. I don't know even if
Mhm.
it achieved 1 hour. Oh yeah, it did. But I would
Mhm.
categorize it. I mean, I would, you know, when I'm writing my history, I would say that this was -1. Okay,
Right.
because
Right.
it was not a good spring, so it was -1.
Mm.
It was -1, and it was trade number, how much? Trade number 4, 5,
Four.
5,
Oh, five.
5,
Yeah. Oh, five. Yeah.
-1. Okay, 5. So this was
Mhm.
-1 because, you know, it went too far. Actually, it was a fine, it was a very good spring. If now
If
this green bar, if it came just around, you know, up to here, then it would have been a
right,
great spring, because then we
give
would
us
have
good. Right.
some distance to
Right.
the
Right.
upside. But this is not a good spring.
But
This is
also,
not
we
a,
should only be looking for upthrust because we're in a down. We're in a
yes,
down market. Yeah.
exactly. And we do have an upthrust here. We do have an upthrust here. Uh, this one, is it an
Mm,
upthrust? Look
Um.
carefully. This one. This one.
This one, I think, hidden upthrust maybe. Um.
It's the hidden upthrust of this one, and it's the
Yeah.
upthrust
Yeah.
of this one. This one.
Okay. I see. I see.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I don't take hidden upthrusts. I only take upthrusts.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. We only take upthrusts, not hidden
Yeah.
upthrusts.
Okay.
So
Got it.
this is okay. And one more thing. Can you see the rally? This rally is so weak, isn't it? This rally is so
Yeah.
weak.
Yeah.
If there is a spring in the background, and this is also some
Uh.
sort of, you know what, bag, it's not bag holding. This one is bag holding.
Right. Yeah.
This one is bag holding. If we have a bag holding here, sorry, if we have a bag holding here and then a spring, okay, it's a bag holding and a spring, that's why we took this spring. Okay,
Right.
but the spring, after the spring, you see the move is very lazy, is very choppy
Mm-hmm.
movement. It's very choppy
Yeah.
movement. So since this movement is choppy, I think we should be comfortable at this level of
Right.
what
Right.
upthrust. Okay, okay, this is also an upthrust of this level as well as this level, right?
Right.
Level.
Right.
And what do you label this bar? Is it NS or what?
This one is hidden upthrust.
This one, yeah, it is a hidden upthrust, but do you think it's NS, no supply?
No. No. No.
Yeah, it's not because it is coming at the top. A no
Right.
supply has
Right.
to come at the bottom of the market. Okay, okay, so
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
so this is the upthrust, and we just
And it's overbought on that channel, also on the black
yes,
channel.
yes, 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 it's overbought on the line, red line,
Right.
on the
So this is
sorry,
a confluence trade. Yeah.
black line. Yeah, it's a confluence trade. You see this policy, if you follow these rules, you will only take the trades which are sitting at the confluence, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
because
Right.
because it says look at this, it says two things. Okay, background is fine, okay, but horizontal resistance and trend line violation.
Mm-hmm.
So these two things will make only those trades available for you which are sitting at the confluence, right?
Right.
Because
Right.
when will a trade be at the horizontal support, as well as at the violation of a break of a trend line, when there is confluence, right?
Right. That's comfortable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
so you are looking only for the trades which are sitting at the confluence with supporting background. I mean, the background
Mm-hmm.
should be weak or strong
Mm-hmm.
based on what you are trading.
Right.
And also you have the right entry setups, and the
Right.
reference line at the back, what's happening at the back, that's also important, right? That's also very
Right.
important. Okay, so let's go ahead. This is overbought overbought and UT, right? Overbought
Yes.
and UT. So this is clearly 2R, and it's
Overbought upthrust and hidden upthrust.
yeah, and also right, yeah, HUT, and UT. Okay, and
Right.
it's a very good trade. Okay, so it went down, and then what do we see? So this is clearly, now in this channel, this is clearly overbought, oversold. All of this
Right.
is oversold. All of this
Mm-hmm.
is oversold. Okay, but it's not working. This SOT line is not working. It's not good enough because it's
Mm-hmm.
already oversold, and even then it's not working. So what do? We draw another SOT line from here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we get rid of this one because it's useless now. It's useless. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so you can also keep getting rid of these lines as the time goes on, because they are not useful anymore. So just
Right.
okay, -1 and +2. So we forgot to add +2. Okay, all right, now we go down, and this is clearly oversold, and it's also coming with choppy movement. It's coming down with choppy movement. So the movement,
Mm-hmm.
there is no ease of movement to the downside. All right,
Right.
okay, so now we expect market to turn, but
Mm-hmm.
we wait for the right reference line, background, and everything. That's why you see Sadar, we don't if you see a very clear bag holding down here,
Mm-hmm.
if you see a very clear bag holding down here, you don't buy. You don't buy even if you see a very clear bag holding here, because yes, a bag holding will turn the market. The market will probably go up now, but we don't know if this bag holding is enough to turn the market. We know that this bag holding right here, if there is one bag holding right here, it's good enough. It's good enough to serve as a future reference line only.
Right. Right.
Got it? So it's only good enough
Got
to serve as a future reference line. So now if market goes up, you will say, oh, I missed this trade. I didn't
Right.
buy at bag holding. No problem. Market will come down
And
and
spring off there. Yeah.
spring off here. Then you can
Yeah.
buy and it will go up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
and fine, if the market doesn't go down from here, what if the market is shooting back again like this? No
Mm-hmm.
problem, no problem. Again, this bag holding will serve as a background, now not as a reference line, because the market is not at the same
Mm-hmm.
level, but it will surely serve as a background. So now you can wait for a spring here,
Right.
buy here,
Right.
right?
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So don't buy at well, this is my, I mean this is my strategy.
Right,
If you
right,
think
that's right.
a bag holding is good enough, then okay, no problem. All right, so what do we see here? This is clear bag holding. This is oversold and selling climax. Now again, my question, how do, well, we know that this is oversold, but how do we know this is also selling climax? I mean, it can be, oh, just oversold, not selling climax, right? So why do we say
Yeah.
that this is also oversold and selling climax? Why do we say this is selling climax?
Um.
Because of the reaction, because of the output, because of the output. You see,
Mm,
it can be. Let me show you. Let me show you. This is a downtrend channel. So we have this downtrend channel. Now it can be oversold. Look at this. It's it's oversold. Okay,
right.
but we don't know if it is LPS or selling climax or what. We only
Mm-hmm.
know after we see the reaction. If the reaction is like
Mm.
this,
Got you.
then this was clearly also a selling climax.
Okay, okay.
If there is no reaction, sometimes you will see that it will be oversold in the downtrend channel and it will go down and down and down.
Mm.
And if you bought here, you got burned, right?
Right,
So
right.
you don't buy it oversold, just at oversold. Oversold is not enough. Yeah, it
Mm.
is oversold is trend line violation, which is one of the components of our strategy. There are other
Right.
four other components, right? So
Mm-hmm.
we have to take care of them. Okay, so let's go ahead now. We put a line here, and let
This one is selling climax because there's
this,
a reaction. There's
yes,
automatic reaction right
yes,
after.
yes, this is automatic rally. It's technically called automatic rally. We cannot say it's
Yeah,
automatic reaction. It's automatic
yeah.
rally.
Reaction for downside. I mix it up. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yeah, no problem. We get the idea. That's enough.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
okay. So now we have this bag holding again. Now this can
Mm.
be a good buy. This bag holding can be a good buy. If you want to buy here, no problem. You can buy. Okay. Now
Mm-hmm.
why do you think I'm not buying at bag holding? I'm not buying it at bag holding after a strong background. I mean, bag holding is used to be one of my setups, but it's not
Uh,
anymore because I don't have enough of back testing history with the bag holding.
mm.
I do have a lot of springs and up thrusts. I will share with you. I have got pictures of so many setups. I will
Mm.
share with you all of them, but I don't have enough of bag holding pictures. Once I get
Oh,
enough of bag holding setups in my, what, library, I'll be comfortable with that. And then I'll
got it.
start buying. Okay. But
Mm.
not now, not now. Okay. So
Mm.
we wait for a spring and it did not happen. And then we wait for a spring here. Okay. So this line is clearly not useful now anymore. So we get rid of this and we keep on putting support and resistance lines everywhere. Okay. So why do you think I put a support line here? Because it came down and then went back up, right? So this
Oh, yeah.
deserves to
Right,
be a
right,
support line, right?
right.
And you see the background is also very favorable, right?
Mm.
And we
Mm.
have correct background, we have correct reference line. Where is the RL? Where is the RL? The RL for this one is this right here, right?
The RL.
Reference line.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
This one is, it has back holding in the background,
Mm-hmm,
selling
mm-hmm.
climax in the background. So actually the
Right.
background is selling climax and the RL is back holding for this one, for this
Mm-hmm.
spring, right?
Got it.
It's
Right,
it's,
right.
it's a very good spring. It's a very good spring.
Mm-hmm.
I think it will give
It's
us
a nice
two.
catch. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice catch. I think it will give us 6R, but we
I think
should
try. I think that's trade 7.
try. Okay, okay. So trade 7. Let's put it. And yes, we got how much? We got 2R. We got 2R. We easily got 2R, right?
Yes, very
Okay.
good. This one trade 7. Yeah.
Okay. So this is trade 7. This is
And you see also you can observe fall through the ice, and
mhm,
then from from trade 5 that fall, it's fall through the ice there. If
from
you
trade
extend
5.
the line,
Yes, yes, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. So this is
and then we have back up to the ice there.
back up to the edge of back up to ice, really back to ice, RBI, right?
Yeah, and
Okay,
then
so
yeah, and then you can do like you see from the oversold to selling climax to the bag
RBI,
holding.
really back to ice. Wait, 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 wait.
Yes.
Sorry, bro. Wait, wait, wait. Yeah, now. So this is RBI. You're right. You're right. This is RBI.
You see trade 7, we can do like a parallel line from oversold.
ND trade 7 parallel line. Oh, from this
Yeah,
one, from here,
yeah,
from
from
here. Okay,
oversold to the BH line. Yeah, from oversold to the BH low
okay, from
and
oversold to
connecting to
BH
the
low.
automatic
Oh yes,
rally
yes.
high.
Okay, can you see one thing? Can you see something? This has to be yellow. Can you see something? This one is also sitting at the
Yeah,
this
it's
spring.
confluence here.
This
Right.
spring is also sitting at what? At a this is
At a
yeah at a confluence, right?
right
Because
trend
we
line
already
also.
drew. Yeah. So this is that confluence. This is a wonderful trade. But
Right.
it's coming back again, as you said, it's coming back at the same level as we had FTI, right? Fall through ice. So this
Right.
was FTI, and this one is coming against RBI, rally back to ice. So rally back to ice.
Yes.
This one. What do you see here? It's ND, right?
This one, yeah, no demand and is overbought.
Hmm, hmm.
Uh,
Okay, and
yeah, no
this is
demand
also
overbought.
no overbought, no demand. Okay, yeah. RBI. Okay, after RBI, we should say OB. Okay, but
Yes.
but as you know, since I won't take this trade, but I will wait for what? I will wait for this one. This right here is UT, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
can say this is also UT.
Uh,
So if you
right.
were, if you were to take ND setups, then you can just short here at the close of ND. But I will
Right.
short where? I will short here,
At the low. Yes.
right?
And you
So
can
I
put
will,
your stop right above this one. Yeah.
yeah, and target how much? 2R,
2 hour.
and
You're
we
right.
got 2R already. That's great.
Right.
So this is what? Trade number 8.
Yes.
Trade number 8, 2R.
It's crazy how you do so many trades just in one session.
No,
Before
no,
I
actually, I
before I
don't.
just do one.
No, actually, I don't. And I shouldn't. I shouldn't.
Right. Right.
Actually, fact number one, I don't do so much. Actually, I don't do
Mm.
so much. It's just that I'm trying to please myself.
Right. Right.
I'm
Yeah.
just, I'm just consoling myself. I'm just calming down myself. Okay, say, don't worry. There are so many trades in every
Right.
single day. You don't have to worry about
Yeah.
catching these trades, right?
Yeah. Before I rush before London even open, because I
Yeah,
fear I miss out the trade, things
yeah,
like
yeah.
this.
Don't. So this is, what, when we, I think hopefully we will do many, many more of these webinars. So when we do
Yeah.
these webinars, we are actually assuring ourselves that there is
Right.
nothing to worry about. Okay, there is nothing to
Hmm.
worry about. You see springs and upthrusts all the time. Well, I think our next webinar should be on the topic how to anticipate. If you can anticipate a spring or upthrust,
Right.
that will be great, right? Well,
Right.
well,
Right.
let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Do you see a spring sneaking up here? This one?
Yeah. You can say this one spring also.
Okay. And but we don't have what? Overbought and oversold, right? So let's see. We do have, let's see if we do have overbought and oversold. Okay, so let's get rid of this clutter. It's making our life
Right.
miserable. So do we have oversold here?
Yeah. Oversold here.
Okay, so this is oversold and what? And back holding, right?
Mhm. Yeah. Back holding also.
So this is OS and BH. Let's make it smaller. This is OS and BH, this one. So we expect this to serve as a future reference line and a background, right?
Right. Right.
And it's coming back down again at the same level, and it's again oversold. So this is
Hmm.
oversold plus spring,
Right.
spring plus oversold, right? So this is
Hmm.
spring plus oversold, and we take our thread here. It's thread number 8. It's thread number 8. You're right. It's crazy how many trades we can have in one day, but I don't think it's humanly possible to take so many trades, because you will
Yeah.
make, yeah, you will be careless, and you will make a lot of mistakes. So you have to
Right.
be careful. And this is also, in a way, this was accumulation, and this is coming back, I don't know, back
Mm.
up to the edge of the creek, just like back up to the edge of the creek, and it's now going
Mm.
back again. Now these are the springs. and you can see this is also 6 after 6 p.m. After 6 p.m. Actually, at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. US is open. US
Mm,
opens at 5 p.m. Pakistan time. So where was US Open? US Open was right here, around here. So US is already open and it's now overlapping session of London and
right,
US. So you would expect some, and one more thing, since this is coming at the bottom of the market. This spring is nearly coming at the bottom, right?
right.
So since this is
Yes,
coming at the
yes.
bottom of the market, you will expect this spring to take out this high,
Mm,
to take out this
right.
high.
I see.
And now, since you have already made so many hours for the day, since you have
Hmm.
already made so many hours for the day, you can pretty much, afford to lose one. All right. So
Right,
no problem,
right,
no
right.
problem. Let's target more. Let's target more. So we put our SL just here and target. Okay, so this is already, we are targeting the high.
Yes,
So let's
yes,
target
yeah.
the next high. The next high is here, right?
Hmm.
The next high is here.
Right.
And yes, our trade was successful.
Mm,
And it's coming back. So this is how much? 3.8, 3.89, which is 3.8, 3 point, let's say 3.5, right? 3.5.
mm,
Okay. So this is how we trade. Confluence of support and resistance, good setup, entry setup, which is spring or up thrust. Then
hmm.
we go in. Now, any questions do you have?
Yeah, I really like the upthrust and spring setups, before I do everything, like no demand, in the rising market I
you
enter,
can you can
and
you can if you one day when you reach the level of our teacher Muhammad Unib, when you
yeah,
reach his level, then you can take all these trades, no problem. But
right,
the problem
right.
is, now the point is, you need to do a lot of back testing. And this
Hmm.
this this webinar of ours, today's webinar, is one of the ways we can do back testing.
Right,
We are
right.
actually doing the back testing. This, we are looking at the yesterday's market. This is one form of
Hmm.
back testing. Okay, so let's do the total here. This is how much. This is 12 minus 12 minus 1, 11, 11 plus 12.5, 12.5, 12.5, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16 R.
That's
you
very good. Yeah.
you passed your challenge in one day.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, it's possible to do it one day. Yeah.
Yeah. But of course, we do, as
Mm,
I said, we don't have to do so much. And
right.
you can still find one very good trade. It's a sweet trade. Look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this sucker right here. Look at this. You just extend the line. What do you see? It's upthrust.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you don't have to extend this line all the way from there. You can
Mm,
even put, sorry, you can even put line over here, right?
right. Right.
And just to be sure about everything, if you draw a yellow line from here, it's trend line. It's awkward, it's very awkward, but that's fine. Okay, let's do
Right.
it.
Right.
Do it anyway. Yeah.
It's
So
sorting
this
of thrust here. Yeah.
this is clearly oversold, right?
Mm,
This is clearly oversold. This is clearly oversold. So since this is
right.
clearly oversold, we wait for something to happen here.
Right. Right.
Okay, you can also jump in with the oversold. You can say, okay, so this is oversold. And okay, actually this has happened with me quite a few times. Let me tell you what. So let me get rid of this line. What do you see here? This is the anchor, and this one
Right.
is already upthrust, right?
Yeah.
This is
Just
already an
up.
upthrust. Okay, so this has happened with me quite a few times. What happened, that I actually entered on this upthrust, and it is actually
Mhm.
an upthrust. I was not wrong about this. It is upthrust. But what happened? It came down and came back up to stop me out.
Right.
That's
Right.
why I say, that's why I say I'm not comfortable when you have such a small distance, such a small distance.
I see.
Okay. Okay. You can also enter, I mean, on this bar, on this bar, because you will
Right.
say, okay,
Right.
so this is, but you see this bar is behaving like, I don't know, bag holding and NS bar.
Right.
It's
Very,
it's
yeah,
clearly
very small.
like bag
Very.
holding, right? It's clearly
Mhm.
bag holding. So okay, it is absorbing a lot of supply, but it's not doing much. I would be happy. I would be happy if this, after this bar, I see a bar which is like this.
Right. Close below
Then
it. Yeah.
yeah, then I'll be happy to take the trade. But okay,
Right.
since, so let's assume that you got this trade. You anyway, you took this trade. You took this trade. Oh, this one is 9.
Yeah.
This one is 9 because this is 8 and this is 9. And after 9 we have 10. 10. And we got burned. We got burned. So this is -1 hour. And then we enter again. Okay.
Right.
And that's how much. Okay, so
This
since
one.
this is the upthrust of this level, you would expect this upthrust to take out this low. This low.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you can target so much, no problem. You can target so
Mm.
much. You
That
entered
is
on,
your ref.
yeah.
Yeah. TP reference level there. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So I would target this one,
That's the next. Mhm.
this one, and this is 3.1, let's say 3R. Okay.
Mhm.
So this is how much? This is 3R
Yeah.
and trade number 11. So yeah,
Yeah.
you are doing so much. I mean, there is really no need to trade so much. But
Right.
just
Just
to
looking at
illustrate,
possibilities. Yeah.
yeah, just looking at the possibilities. 3. So -1
Hmm.
and 3. So this is how much? 18R, 18R for the day. You become a millionaire in how much? In a week? A
Yeah.
week of this trading?
Yeah. With 700K account is possible.
Yeah, yeah. So I think that's it. If you have any
Yeah.
questions,
Very
please,
good.
let's discuss the questions.
Said, what's your position size for each trade? Do you have it fixed or do you
Yeah,
change it all the
actually,
time,
actually,
like
you
percentage?
know, ideally it should change. Ideally, it should change. The best one is when you keep on changing your position size depending upon the SL distance, right? So
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
if you enter here,
No,
if you enter here, if you enter here, and your SL is somewhere around here, and TP is somewhere around here. Okay, somewhere around here. Okay, so this is TP. Actually, there is a purpose to this. So let me just do this. All right. So this is your entry. This is your SL, and this is your TP. Roughly 2R,
right.
right? So if this is the distance between your entry point and SL, then maybe you keep how much you put. Let's say you put on 50,000 account you put 10 lots. Okay, on a 50,000
Mhm.
account you put 10 lots. But now what if your distance is shrinking to be this much? Of course, then your TP would also come nearer. Then your position size should be 15. If your
Right, right.
SL is here and your TP is also moving farther away, then your position will be probably 7, right? So this actually
Right.
depends on this. It should be variable. The position size should not be fixed. Actually, what should be
No, no.
fixed is your
Is the
risk.
percentage?
Yes, yes, your risk percentage should be fixed. But
Yeah,
now
that's
since now but
yeah.
now since I know that it's not humanly possible to keep on changing. One day when we maybe when one day when we become rich, then we can buy some software which will enable us to fix the position size at the same percentage level. So for
Right. This is
now,
what I do.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, good, good, good.
So for now, I think my position size is fixed, and it's roughly at $50,000 account. It's at 10 lots.
Mm.
Sometimes I increase to 15, and if there is a setup which requires me to go further down, I mean lower than 10, I don't think I will take that setup, because the SL is too.
Right.
So my position size is roughly at 10 lots. GBP USD
Mm.
10 lots. For gold, I don't trade gold normally, but if I trade gold, I think it will be 4.5 or 5 lots.
I want to show you something, Said. Can I share my screen with you?
Yeah, sure. But can we have a break, because I need to go to the restroom, and what?
Oh yeah, 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 no, no. I
Okay.
just want to show you like how I
Yeah.
do the position size, not the charts.
Okay, okay. Can we stop recording this video and start another one,
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah,
the video will be too
yeah,
long? Okay, yeah,
yeah.
sure.
No, no, no worries. Yeah, we can stop it.